We go to Washington. The number 2 House Democrat admits the more families suffer under the shutdown,
What you talking about, Willie?
the better they look against those dirty Republicans. What? I'm Jazz Berganzo on this. So you're basically saying we don't give up about families.
It's true.
As long as we get what we want.
Brilliant!
Got it.
God! You can't make this shit up!
But it's what's next. What's up, everyone? Jazz Berganzo, what's next? Your daily dose, common sense, facts, and salt. Hope you guys are feeling good today on this Friday. And of course, didn't do a video yesterday because I was a little under the weather, and I'm still kind of under-ish. Today, feeling a little better-ish. But part of my voice being deeper because, of course, once I get sick, my voice drops. Anywho, the shutdown. You got people suffering under the shutdown. Let's see who's suffering. Are Social Security checks still going out? Yes. Is the military still getting paid? Yes. Is Social Security being, affected by this? No. Are non-essentials being affected? Yes. EBT still going out? Well, until November 1st. Excuse me. Until November 1st, because, of course, everyone's yelling and screaming that they're not getting their welfare checks, and even though they have got $1,000 cell phones and they're driving around in Cadillacs. Anyway, the number 2 House Democrat admits in an interview that yes, families are suffering, and we are going to use this as leverage, as a bargaining chip against those dirty Republicans. No joke. But then again, this is the Democrats, and this is part of what they do. Make asses out of themselves. But then again, that's why I'm here. Anyway, here we go. This comes out of BREITBART. John Nolte, number 2 House Democrat, admits families suffering under shutdown creates bargaining leverage. And of course, that is the number 1 Democrat, Jeffries, Timu Obama. And of course, that is the number 2, Representative Catherine Clark. The number 2 ranking House Democrat. Oh, and if you don't recognize who Catherine Clark is, she is the mother of the dude who likes to feel pretty. Yes, talking about trans issues, throwing her son up there who likes to wear dresses and pumps and thinks he's a woman. Anyway, the number 2 House ranking House Democrat is admitting that allowing families to suffer under the shutdown is all about leverage. Quote, shutdowns are terrible. And of course, there will be families that are going to suffer. She told Fox News. Fox News. This is on Fox News now. This is not CNN, not MSNBC. Fox News. Okay. We take that responsibility very seriously. No, you don't. But it's one of the few leverage times we have. She added, it's an inflection point of this budget process that we have tried to get Republicans to meet with us and prioritize the American people. Let's hear it from our own words, or from our own mouth.
I mean, shutdowns are terrible. And of course, there will be, families that are going to suffer. We take that responsibility very seriously.
We take that responsibility very seriously as she clutches her pearls.
But it is one of the few leverage times we have.
There you go. Admit the guilt. So there you have it. Even though Republicans have made it clear they are willing to negotiate with Democrats on healthcare issue, yes, the fact of the matter is that Republicans have put out 11 bills, clean resolutions, to stop the shutdown, to end the shutdown. The Democrats have declined it every single time. 11 times Republicans have put the resolution out. Democrats said no. Anyway, even though President Trump has said this is a priority, Democrats refuse to open the government. They are openly admitting here that this is the House Whip, the number 2 House Democrat behind dollar store sombrero Obama, Hakeem Jeffries, nice. Admittedly, they are willing to make American families suffer just to gain leverage. Shocking. This makes zero sense when Republicans have pledged in good faith to dive into the issue as soon as Democrats lift the blackmail of the shutdown. It gets worse. She knows that Obamacare tax credits expire in less than 10 days, and she still won't reopen the government to solve the problem. Her own words, quote, the marketplace, the ACA, Obamacare marketplace, open enrollment takes place November 1, and she admitted. People are receiving premium notices that they're going to go up, and the marketplace says, I can't afford this. This is a real crisis for American families. Again, leverage. And she says, It drives up the cost of healthcare for every single person, no matter where you get your healthcare insurance from. So reopen the government to get to work on this. All Republicans and President Trump wants to continue the government at present levels. This is what continuing resolution is. The GOP is offering a clean CR, nothing added, nothing subtracted, no gimmicks. Democrats refuse to sign on 11 times, hoping that per minority whip, that suffering families will give them the advantage. It says leverage, but let's go with advantage. That's obscene. Let's see how long the Democrats continue to hold out. Polling shows that the shutdown is not hurting Trump at all. Compared to previous shutdowns, it's hardly the news ever. It's hardly in the news. Further, Trump holds all the leverage. He uses the shutdown to fire useless bureaucrats and to cut useless partisan government programs that benefit Democrats. Today's Democrats are okay with families suffering under financial hardship, men and women's locker rooms, men and women's sports, men and women's bathrooms, Nazi tattoos, murder fantasies about little kids, exposing kids to drag queens, releasing violent felons to the streets, open borders, not vetting millions of third worlders that enter illegally into the country. Democrats are the party of illegal aliens, violent felons, groomers, and making families suffer. Welcome to the Democrat Party. Part of my verbiage as I was going through this article because, like I said, not 100%. Anyway, I see nothing wrong with this. John pretty much hit it right on the nose. The fact of the matter is that Democrats will use anything to gain advantage, to gain leverage in the shutdown to supposedly, suffering families. Now, admittingly, there are families out there who are feeling somewhat of the pain. I admit that. Like I mentioned in the beginning, you got EBT that's going to be cut off November 1st. Now, is this going to affect hundreds of thousands, possibly even millions of families? Maybe. But when you have the majority of them who basically use this, to buy candy bars and junk food for their kids and, nothing of value, and then walk around with $1,000 cell phones and driving around in cars that they know they can't afford, but yet they're still on welfare, that's a problem. That's abuse of the system. And that's been going on before Trump. That was going on during Obama years. Remember Obama phone? Exactly. So it's not the first time that we've heard this, but Trump is doing something about it. People are going to have to work for their EBT. They're going to have to work for their welfare. They have to work for their food stamps. They're going to have to do at least 20 hours in either community service or actual work and then report on it to still be eligible to gain these benefits. I don't see anything wrong with that. Now, when it comes to this number 2 House Democrat using this as a bargaining chip, as a 2x4 to try to hit Republicans over the head to say, you know what, I'm going to make them suffer in front of the media. We don't give up about families. All we care about is getting what we want. Power, 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 power. That is what the Democrats are. That is who they are. And pretty much when I read off that list, that says it all. And with that being said, I'm Jasper Gonzo. This is What's Next. Want to see more like this? Please leave a comment below. Like it, share it, subscribe to it, hit that notification bell so you guys never miss a thing. Continue spreading the word about the show. Appreciate you guys watching as always, and we'll see you next time. Peace.